Hey you guys, um, I'm back with my code play for our Iron Chef Challenge, and I just wanted to go over how I wrote this and the steps I took to compile the 4 different circuits that I have going together. So the first thing that I have in here is the readings for the photoresistor, and that they are going to analog pin 1. Then I have that the LED that is reading and directly relating to the photoresistor is going through to pin 10. The motor is coming out of 9. And then if you saw any of my temperature videos, this is actually not an input or an output for the temperature pin. Um, Pin A0 or analog 0 isn't actually inputting or outputting. It's kind of helping create the random that I need. So it's helping kind of creating a buffer and keeping a holding place for it. And then of course, if you saw my RGB LED videos, you know that I have the red, green, and blue pins defined, and I put them onto pins 2, 3, and 4. So in my setup, I start my monitor, and I go ahead and define the motor, LED, and the RGB all as outputs. So that's what's happening here. And then in my loop, I wrote in some serial print screens here and down here. And that was basically just for me to monitor and make sure as I was editing and coding that the pins were reading, the sensors were reading, and because if it's not, I need to know. And so I would have the light level print out what the value of the photoresistor is, where it is reading it through the light pin up here through 1. And then I defined all of these. And again, if you saw my temperature reading video, you know what these are already. And so I have my float here, and then I went ahead and I commented these out because I didn't need the voltage and the degrees Celsius specifically for this code. I just needed the degrees Fahrenheit to know what was going on as far as how the candle was affecting the ambient temperature around the temperature sensor. And then I have display color and delay. And of course, if you've seen my temperature video, you know the display color is in relation to down here, my function display color, where it is over 100 degrees, it turns red. And if it is between 80 and 100, it turns green. And otherwise it's blue, it's good. So if translate analog is over 800 and degrees Fahrenheit is equal to or greater than 79. So if the photoresistor value is above 800 and the temperature is above 79, I'm going to turn the LED and the motor on. That's basically saying if the candle has the light level has gone high enough and it's gotten hot enough in the ambient temperature, I'm going to turn on the fan to blow the candle out. If translate analog 800 and degrees Fahrenheit 79, so if the photoresistor is below 800 and the temperature is below 79, I'm going to turn everything off. And then this is going to do literally every 10 milliseconds, so like 0.1 second it's checking. And then the float to get voltage is just basically how it's constantly reading the pin. And yeah, that's basically it. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you've seen any of these. The only new one would probably be my photoresistor coding. But every single other aspect of this has been copied and pasted from something I've already done. So yeah, I just wanted to show you where each of the things comes from and how it's reading. So, all right, thanks.